Hey guys, it's Switch here, which is actually Warhammer for Life 7. That's my nickname. I'm going to start going by my nickname when I'm playing my brother and other people in my house. Also, this is my terrain board that I said I made the other day on my channel comment. I never really showed everybody. Just got 2 tables and then that gaming board. But anyways, back to the battle. This is just a repeat of the one I did before. Just a 750, you know, the same army list. The only difference is his Warlock Engineer. We gave him an upgrade for an exchange for his magic items. Instead now he has level 2 wizard, and I'll let him tell you that whenever we're to him. Here are my 12 Sword Masters of Hoeth, my 15 Sea Guard, my mage is actually deployed in that unit, and here are my Elven Reavers. They made their 12-inch move over in front of that hill. Now I'll let some Hollow Peter tell you what he's got.
Alright, starting from the left here, I have my clan rats, 20 clan rats with hand weapons, and then they got a little warfire thrower with them. Coming over here, I try to kind of spread my deployment out this time so that he couldn't flank me as easily. I have my Warlock Engineer, which is the level 2 wizard. I have my Warlord. Then I have another unit of 20 clan rats with spears, and I got the poison wind mortar with them. And then over here, holding out the right side, I have my 2 rat ogres with a master molder.
And I won the roll because I deployed first. I got a +1, I got a 6, and he got a 4. So we're going to start turn 1. Alright, it is the middle of turn 1. And as you can see here, I did a swift reform with my Sea Guard. Just kind of turned them and moved them over here. My Elven Reavers were once over there. They just kind of moved over here. And my Sword Masters just marched forward. So they just moved, these guys marched.
Alright, this is the end of turn 1. I've just finished my first turn. Basically, I just moved my rat ogres and my master molder, kind of wheeled them a little bit, moved them up. I wheeled my 20 clan rats with the spears and my poison wind mortar, just kind of wheeled them a little bit, marched them up. My leader was about right here. I just marched him 10 inches up. Now my wizard is where things kind of get interesting. I marched him over 10 inches, and I tried to use one of my spells on his Sword Masters of Hoeth.
The Scorch.
It's called Scorch, yeah. And I used 3 power dice to do it, and it only needs a 10 to...
You won't believe this, guys.
To cast. I got triple 1s. And then my 20 clan rats with the hand weapons and my wood fire throwers just kind of wheel a little bit and moved up to nature.
That's the end of turn 1. Alrighty, so it's the middle of turn 2, and as you can see here, I tried to do a swift reform. I failed, so they just got to reform. My mage did get to cast his magic. He cast Fury Arcane on his Warlord and didn't do anything, but he did cast Drain Magic. So my enemy's casting values are raised by +3. That's what Drain Magic does. He did not successfully dispel that one. And as you can see, I just kind of marched these guys. They can march and shoot. They shot at his Warlock Engineer and caused 1 wound. Now it's Slim's turn.
Alright everybody, this is the end of turn 2. Basically, what I did was I continued to march my rat ogres up towards his unit there. Pretty uneventful there. My clan rats with the spears kind of wheeled a little bit and then marched. And then my plague wind mortar just moved, and it tried to fire at his Sword Masters of Hoeth and really didn't do anything. My Warlord just marched up 10 inches. Here things get eventful. My Warlock Engineer cast his spell Scorch on the Sword Masters of Hoeth and killed 3 of them. And my Warfire Thrower was able to actually hit something for once, and it got 4 of his Skaven, or 4 of his Sword Masters of Hoeth, and this unit just pretty much stood still. That's the end of my turn.
Okay, this is the end of my turn 3, so it's the middle of turn 3. A lot happened. This unit of Sword Masters of Hoeth failed their charge against his clan rats, my Elven Reavers. successfully landed their charge. Okay, that's movement. I gotta think about this. Next is magic. My mage fired against his warlord. Yeah, for him, I did Fury of Cain, and all was well. It ends well. He died. Then I tried to cast Flames of Phoenix over here. Anyway, so I did 1 wound on his rat ogre, just 3 wounds. Then I shot with his reaver bow. It did nothing. Then I did volley fire. So I got 13. The first 2 got to attack, then 3 in the third against his rat ogres. Inflicted 2 wounds that killed him. So then his warlord died and his rat ogre so far. Then over here, they charged. Elven Reavers charged. They caused 3 wounds for combat resolution. If you know Warhammer, you know how I added this up. They got 4, 3 wounds and 1 for the charge. And then the Skaven got 2 for rank bonus and 1 for having a standard. Of course, I won by 1. Get a -1 to his leadership. His leadership is 5. He gets +2 to his leadership due to strength and numbers special rule, which would normally be 7, but a -1 because I won combat by 1. And that means he needed 6 or under. He failed. I overran him. This was stride rule. I rolled 3d6 for my pursue, and I got double 6s.
Alright, fairly eventful turn 3 for me. I just pretty much continued marching my rat ogres up. I marched these, or moved these guys just a little bit this way. I tried firing on his swordmaster's poet with my flight mortar, but his scatter didn't work. In the last turn, although we forgot to do it, my warfire thrower failed his cannon test and moved this way. He was able to rally, and so he basically ended up there because he rallied and can't fire this turn. My warlock engineer moved over this way and tried to cast Scourge on the swordmaster's Ahoan again, but he was able to dispel it, so that's the end of my turn 3.
Okay, this is the end, or this is the middle of turn 4. I shot with my Lothern Sea Guard into rat ogres and killed one of them. He still has his Master Molder. My Reaver Bow didn't do anything, just it was the basic dudes over here. My Swordmaster's Ahoan charged his Warfire Thrower and killed him. He did a flank attack and overran 6 inches forward. My Elven Reaver's kind of turned around at his Warlock Engineer and fired, and the last wound on it. Now it's Joel's turn.
Pretty eventful turn 4 for me. Basically, all my rat ogres had died, so I didn't have anything left for this guy to be charging him forward. I tried charging, he stood and shot, and he ended up killing him, so he's dead. Right here, these guys tried charging his Swordmaster's Ahoan. They didn't make it, so they just kind of wheeled and marched forward 5 inches. My Poison Wind Mortar fired at his Elrian, or his Swordmaster's Ahoan, and it did end up killing 3 guys, so not too bad.
Okay, this is the middle of turn 5. My Elven Reavers came forward and marched and shouted the Poison Wind Mortar, did nothing. These guys just marched forward. The Swordmaster, the Oath, charged. There's only 2 guys left, believe it or not. They actually won the combat by, but I don't know what it was, we didn't do his side. But anyway, I killed 5 of his models. He passed his break test because he had the steadfast special rule. So now we're on to the end of turn 5.
I failed my leadership. I ran 8 inches, he ran 6, so he didn't quite destroy me yet. My Poison Wind Mortar team did have to take a panic test. They failed, so they're fleeing. But before they took the panic test, though, they did manage to fire, and they killed 2 of his Elrian Reavers. So that's, you win some, you lose some.
So, again,